Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Grant Show. If you've ever felt a sense of imposter syndrome, if you've ever felt like you're not good enough, then this episode and show is for you. I will share with you today 3 ways to help you learn how to be more powerful in ways that you've never even conceived of. This show episode came from an idea that was spawned and germinated after speaking to several clients recently. And we all came to the shocking realization that some kind of way they had given away their power unintentionally. They had lost it temporarily. Notice, I did say temporarily. If you feel like you're not good enough, if you feel when you talk to certain family members and well-intentioned friends that the opinion that they're sharing about your life isn't an accurate reflection of your true potential, then you will want to listen up and pay attention and lean in to today's video. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Dr. Kirsten Grant. I am the host of the Dr. Grant Show and also head of the digital wellness practice of Phoenix 6, where we work with women as well as executives that are on a wellness mission to not only get healthier and lose weight, conquer emotional eating and food addiction, but to do it by getting to the true root of the problem, by reprogramming their minds, by identifying what are the true things that are holding them back, mindsets, beliefs, and things that they've been blind to that no one else has been pointing out because they didn't have the time to invest in them. If this sounds like you, then listen on. Number 1, identify the things that you've been told. Number 2, identify what made it so appealing to believe. And finally, number 3, take steps every day, micro steps, to take back your power. Let's go. Number 1, identify what you've been told. Some things are very easy to trace back. Perhaps there are certain stories that you were told when you were a child talking about yourself. How many times have you been told, well, you are not always the brightest bulb in the box. You're a few packs short of a 6-pack. Or who do you think you are? You think you're famous or some celebrity that you're above doing anything? You have to learn just like everyone else learned. You see, these are the things that you recall. But there are things that were shared with you when you were younger by your caregivers, by your parents, both well-intentioned, in an effort to guide you, that some kind of way they became ingrained in your subconscious mind, in your memory. And these things, when you choose to expand, choose to reach out, choose to take on some Herculean task that's important to you, and yet you keep finding yourself falling short, these are the things that are blocking you from your success. These hidden beliefs that you are often blind to. But you don't have to be blind to them anymore, which leads us into number 2. And this is part of a process of becoming more awake and aware of what these things are. As you begin to identify key emotional, impactful times in your life where perhaps you and your personality type, because it is about your personality type, when you were younger, maybe you wanted someone to stand up for you. Maybe you wanted someone to believe you. Maybe you would have loved for someone to say and listen to you and say that your opinion and the way that you feel is valid. And I will stand and listen to you. Let's work through this together. Imagine if that had happened to you during a key time, a key point, a key situation when you were younger, where you didn't feel supported, where you didn't feel like your opinion was truly valuable. Imagine how your life would have been transformed. These are the key and pivotal moments that I'm talking about, where once you begin to identify what these moments are and what they were, but begin to disentangle yourself, peel apart yourself from the belief that has become so ingrained in your mind that you believe it's real. Worse yet, you may even believe that it's true. Once you begin to identify these beliefs that have been in the driver's seat of your life, you can begin to dismantle the false self that you have. Now, what does this have to do with overeating, food addiction, emotional eating, especially if you're an executive, you're just trying to make it in life, wellness? It means everything. Because until you begin to dismantle these beliefs, these things are in the driver's seat of your life, both intentionally and unintentionally. And these are the things that are causing you stress. These are the things that are triggering you. And these are the things that are poking holes in your bucket that are weakening your resolve, preventing you from joining the esteemed ranks that you know deep down in your mind you deserve to be in. How many times have you looked at someone else and looked at their bio and you said, I have more than that person. Why am I not being recognized? It's because you don't have the tools yet. It's because you haven't found the way yet. Which moves us into number 3. Take micro steps every day to move you towards your goals. Oftentimes, once we become aware and awake to the concept and the principle that there's something missing in our lives, very often it becomes so overwhelming, all of the microscopic steps that you have to take in order to become this new person that needs to step up in order to seize the opportunity and become the person that is aware of and open to receiving the opportunities. And in that awareness itself and taking those steps itself, it seems like it's a long walk and a long journey to nowhere, because it's hard to see the end goal in sight when it seems so far away. But imagine what would happen if you said just 2 things today. Just 2. 2 things are what I'm going to work to accomplish today, to move the ball further down the court. I refuse to accept stagnation. I refuse to accept that this is not possible. Anything is possible as long as I make the conscientious decision right here, right now, to never, ever let a day go by where I'm not consciously moving towards my goals, and then set a deadline. Once you reach that deadline, because the brain responds to deadlines, saying later, last time I checked, it has never been on the calendar, ever. So you have to make a concentrated effort, a declaration of sorts, that by this date, I will move towards this. I will accomplish this. And start breaking down the steps and putting them in a calendar and writing them down and setting alerts and checking on yourself. Even if you don't feel like it, still keep moving towards it. Even if you don't feel like you're capable, still keep moving towards it. Even if you feel like you'll be rejected and you'll be laughed out of the room or the Zoom meeting or won't be received, still keep moving towards it. And why not? You're in good company if you feel like you're crazy. How many times did inventors and visionaries of things that we now take for granted, and they're now sitting in front of our face? The concept of the cell phone over 20 years ago seemed ludicrous. 30 years ago seemed ludicrous. And now any one of us can just grab something at the local store. We could get them for our children, something that seems so ludicrous and far-fetched. The Wright brothers were told that they were crazy when they decided that they wanted to fly. Thomas Edison was told he was insane when he had the vision of electricity. Ford was thought absolutely mind-bogglingly insane when he came up with the idea of the car. Yet all these things now we take for granted as we hop inside of them, attempt to dial from them, or have a video conference call from them. So you're not crazy with your new idea. You're not crazy for that dream that seems to keep you up at night, this new way of life that you want to live, that's causing you to binge eat as a coping mechanism and a soothing mechanism. You're not crazy. You just happen to be in darn good company. Remember that the next time that you feel discouraged. Much love to you.